The text came in at 11:47 p.m., glowing on my nightstand like a bruise you keep pressing just to check if it still hurts. Her. Girls trip confirmed. Don't wait up. I stared at the message for a long time before I replied. Not because I didn't know what to say, but because I suddenly felt like I already knew too much. I typed, deleted, typed again. Finally, I wrote, "Where you going?" 3 dots appeared, disappeared, then nothing. 5 minutes later, she walked into the bedroom, phone in hand, already annoyed. She didn't even look guilty. She smiled, no, smirked, and said the sentence that cracked something deep in my chest. You don't need to know about girls' trips. It wasn't the words. It was the confidence behind them. These. Like she'd practiced that line in the mirror. I nodded, not because I agreed, but because something inside me quietly stepped back. And that was the moment I let her go, long before she ever packed a bag. We'd been married 8 years. No screaming fights. No dramatic blow-ups. Just a slow grind adult life. Work, bills, routines. I thought that meant stability. I thought boring was safe. Looking back, the signs were small, almost polite. She started guarding her phone like it was a passport. Screen always face down. Password changed for security reasons. Notifications silenced. When I asked who she was texting, she'd say, "Work stuff," without looking up. She laughed differently, too. Softer. Like she was sharing jokes with someone who knew a version of her I hadn't seen in years. I told myself I was paranoid. That love matures. That not everything is about me. But paranoia has a smell. And once you catch it, you can't unbreathe it. The trips started happening more often. Always last minute. Always vaguely explained. Napa with the girls. Miami, just a recharge. A cabin upstate. No signal. No photos. No group selfies. No stories. Just silence and that same smirk when she came back. Lighter somehow. Like she dropped weight I didn't even know she was carrying. I tried to talk to her once. Calmly. Carefully. "I feel shut out," I said. "I feel like I don't know you lately." She sighed, already bored. "You're overthinking. I'm allowed to have a life." That stung more than anger would have, because she wasn't wrong, but she wasn't honest either. The first real crack came from a stupid place, the car. I borrowed it one morning when mine wouldn't start. Her Bluetooth connected automatically. A name flashed on the screen I didn't recognize. Evan Blueheart. My hands tightened on the steering wheel. My heart did that thing where it tries to outrun reality. A message preview slid across the screen before I could stop it. Last weekend wasn't enough. Counting days. I pulled over. Just sat there, engine idling, staring at nothing. When I confronted her that night, I didn't accuse. I asked, "Who's Evan?" She didn't miss a beat. A co-worker. You're reading into things. I wanted to believe her, so badly it felt humiliating. So I nodded, again, but now the doubt had teeth. After that, I noticed everything. How she showered the second she got home. How she deleted threads while pretending to scroll. How she took calls in the bathroom with the fan on. I stopped sleeping. Started replaying old memories, searching for the moment we broke, and no one told me. Our anniversary dinner from last year, she'd been distant, said she was tired. Now I wondered who she'd texted from under the table. Every good memory turned sharp, like glass you keep stepping on. The truth didn't arrive in an explosion. It leaked. One night, she fell asleep with her phone unlocked. I didn't plan to check it. I told myself I was better than that. But love makes liars out of all of us. I scrolled. There were no nudes, no explicit plans, just intimacy. The kind that hurts worse. Voice notes, inside jokes, late-night confessions. I feel more like myself with you. I wish I'd met you earlier. Girls' trip was perfect because of you. I sat on the edge of the bed, phone shaking in my hands, while she slept beside me like nothing in the world was wrong. That's when I understood something brutal. The betrayal wasn't physical first. It was emotional, and that meant she'd already left. When I finally confronted her, it wasn't loud. I laid the phone on the table between us like evidence in a quiet trial. She didn't cry right away. She just stared. Then she exhaled. I didn't plan for it to happen, she said. I was lonely. You were always tired, always busy. I wanted to scream that I was building a life for us, that I was loyal, that I showed up. Instead, I asked the only question that mattered. Do you love him? She hesitated. That hesitation was the answer. She tried to justify it. Said it didn't mean she didn't love me. Said it was just an escape. Said she felt seen. I listened. Every word landed heavy, because I realized she wasn't fighting for us. She was explaining why she didn't. I didn't beg. I didn't threaten. I just said, I won't compete for my own marriage. She looked shocked. Maybe she expected rage. Tears. Negotiation. Instead, I stood up. I'm stepping back. I told her, you're free to go. For the first time, her confidence cracked. She left 2 weeks later. Packed light. Still smirking, but weaker now. The house felt hollow. Quiet in a way that echoed. I missed her laugh. Her coffee mug. Even her flaws. Healing wasn't dramatic. It was slow mornings. Deleted photos. Learning how to breathe without checking my phone. Sometimes I wondered if I'd overreacted. If I should have fought harder. But then I remembered that smirk. That sentence. You don't need to know. And I understood the lesson she accidentally gave me. Love that hides isn't love. It's convenience. I didn't lose my wife on a girls' trip. I lost her the moment she decided I didn't deserve the truth. And walking away quietly, painfully, was the first honest thing I'd done in a long time.